Hello there. Happy Thursday. I hope you're having a great day so far. I'm so excited to be here with you today for this week's Nourish with Emily Live, and we're talking about what it means to be on track and also start to think about the mindset shifts that we need in order to actually be successful with our weight loss, with our health, with our nutrition goals. So we're going to dive into all of this today, but I hope you're staying cool. I hope your air conditioning and your fans are ripping at high speed. I'm someone who overheats very easily, so the AC has been going. We sleep with like 2 fans. I need to be nice and cool when I'm sleeping. I want to know, how have you been sleeping this week? Has it been easy for you? Have you been difficult? Do you feel like you're overheating, you're tossing and turning? Let us know down in the comments below. And if you're watching this live, hello. So glad that you're here. If you're catching the replay, glad to see you here with us today. So we're going to dive into what being on track means, and this could be a different interpretation for everyone, as well as the mindset shifts that we need to be successful this summer, to be successful with our goals overall. So what does it mean to be on track? And this is going to be personalized for everybody. It's not going to be one definition of I'm hitting my goals and making it happen. For me, on track this week means I'm setting goals that I'm working to accomplish each week, like getting to the gym 3 times this week. I'm going to go this afternoon. I'm going to go again tomorrow so I can check that goal. And also making sure I'm getting at least 80 ounces of water this week, just so that I can stay hydrated. I can prevent any dehydration. I'm not going to get leg cramping. I'm going to feel really good and not get overheated with the heat that we're having this summer. So things like that are ways that you can tell if you are on track. What is not on track is when someone is telling you exactly what you need to be doing, where you're given this long list of you need to follow all of these 10 things in order for you to be successful. Everyone's goals, everyone's journey needs to be personalized. It should not be a cookie cutter approach. It should not be this is the only way for you to get there. We need it to be personalized. So your on track and my on track are going to be completely different. But when we're setting these goals for us to start moving forward, for us to start making change, we have to consider a few things. Do I actually enjoy what I'm doing? Is this something that I can actually achieve this week? Is this going to help move me in the right direction, or am I getting distracted by the idea fairy? Am I getting distracted by the bigger, better thing that might be going on? So you might say like, all right, I'm starting with these changes. I'm working really hard. I'm being mindful of my intake. I'm taking, steps in the right direction so that I'm doing everything that I need to. But all of a sudden you see your neighbor says they've lost 10 pounds this week doing keto. And you start to say, well, maybe I just need to do that. We want to keep these blinders on. We need to keep our focus ahead. We need to keep our focus on what feels good for us, what's going to be helpful for us in the long run, and how we can start to make change and progress step by step each day, all of those ways. So we have to start looking at it from those perspectives. Stop looking at what other people are doing. Start focusing on yourself, focusing on your goals. Get the support that you need so that you can be on track and moving in the right direction for your goals. My goals, I'm not looking to lose weight right now. We're getting married in about 100 days from today. I'm looking just to stay consistent. I want to keep building muscle definition. I want to keep getting stronger. I want my clothes to stay the same. I like the clothes that I have. I feel comfortable and confident, and I understand that not everybody feels that way, and that's completely okay. We just want to say what feels best for us, and to not look at what someone else's version of being on track or being in the right lane needs to be. And we have to start looking at what feels good for us and what feels good in the long term too. Now, this is another huge piece that we talk about very often inside of our small group program, as well as the Nourish membership and inside of our signature nutrition coaching program. It's the mindset shifts that are needed to help us reach our goals, whether that be health goals, weight goals, overall nutrition goals, any of those things. Because goals, about 50% of us reaching them is going to be our mindset. And something was said to me years ago, I can't remember who told me it, but it really, really clicked and it made sense for me. Our actions go where our mindset goes. So if we start to get into these sabotaging behaviors, if we have that little voice in our head saying, you're not going to make it, you're going to fail, you're not going to do it, we are going to start to see and seek out ways for us to not get there. We're going to start to seek out ways for us to not make change. We're going to start to make excuses for ourselves. Our mindsets and that belief in ourselves is so important for our success in the long run. If we are not moving in the right direction, if we're not believing in ourselves, if we're not preventing ourselves from getting overwhelmed by trying to do too many things at once, it's going to be easier for us to get there. But if we're doing all those things, feeling flustered, feeling overwhelmed, having those self-doubts creep in, biting off more than we can chew, it's going to be very hard for us to have long-term success. So we have to start looking at, where is my mindset at? If you come into change with that attitude of nothing's ever worked for me before, it's never going to work for me ever again, I'm just going to be stuck where I am forever, my labs are always going to be horrible, I have a family history of diabetes, I'm bound to get diabetes. If we're going in with that idea and that talk inside of our brains and in our bodies, we're going to start to maybe not actively seek ways for that stuff to happen, but prevent us from taking action that will lead that stuff to happen. So if we can kind of change that mindset, call awareness to what we're thinking of, what is going on, and how we're reacting in situations, and trying to keep a more positive mindset. I love to keep a journal. I have affirmations. I have goals on my computer. I like to keep that stuff at the forefront. I have regular meetings with my therapist. I regularly meet with my team and I communicate those things. That way we can keep our mindset going in that same direction. If I'm starting to get sidetracked with something, or I'm starting to get down about something, I have to look back and say, how far have I come? What am I doing? And what am I most proud of right now? Rather than getting into that woe is me cycle that we can sometimes get into when we're not achieving our goals fast enough, or we're not making progress fast enough for us to get there. So I want to challenge you to start thinking about that. What is your mindset doing when you start to make a change? What are you doing when you're starting to make progress with something? Are you feeling like you're being held back? Are you feeling like you are mentally holding yourself back in those situations? Are you preventing yourself from showing up and actually being the best version of you, of going after these goals? Are you throwing yourself off track when you need to be on track? Start to think about that. Start to reflect on that. Start to come back on that. And maybe that's in relationships. Maybe it's in your health. Maybe it's in your nutrition. But these are major things that we need to start to think about for us to be able to make change and make progress. So thank you so much for joining us today. There's a couple things that are going on inside of the Nourish with Emily world right now. Next week, we're going to be dropping a brand new free guide. It's going to help be your roadmap to success this summer with parties, festivals, meals out, and so much more. So be sure to be on the lookout for that next week. Everyone already on our email list will already be getting it this Friday and next Friday too. So be on the lookout for that. Our next round of our 8-week small group coaching program, Building Blocks to a Healthier You, is kicking off in just less than 3 weeks now, on the week of July 8th. We would love for you to join us. It is 50% full, so there are only 4 spots remaining right now. The price of this will be going up on Sunday night. So if you are interested, if you've been on the fence, if you're like, I feel like I'm starting over, I have a really hard time with staying on track and staying consistent with my goals, I need the accountability, I need the support, I need the guidance, send us a message. This 8-week small group coaching program is where you want to be. It's where you need to be to help start making progress and help you get there. We like to keep it small so you have the accountability and support to help make progress. And lastly, the Nourish membership and our one-on-one nutrition coaching program. If you're ready for high-level support and accountability, our team is ready to serve you. We're ready to help you get there. There are discounts on 6-month packages because lasting results take time. Send us a message if you're looking to get started. This would bring you to the end of the year. Can you imagine living out 2024 and finishing it as the healthiest and best year yet? We have spots open inside of our one-on-one nutrition coaching program. And the Nourish membership is a great way for you to get your toes wet. You get the resources, you get the accountability, you get the community, you get the support without that higher ticket cost of working with us one-on-one. It's a way that you can start to get into it and get that support and resources that you need to start to make change and to see progress. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I hope you have a great Friday. Stay cool, keep drinking your water, and I'll see you soon.